This video will be about the Eeveelutions. If you love those and start to freak out, I'll use a hypnotoxic laser on you. Haha, be careful.
TCG Zapdos, he does a very good job as well. Very helpful for newer and experienced players alike, so check him out.
And TCG Zapdos, great shows with episodes and great editing, and if you like the Pokemon trading card game, check out their videos.
You can try and beat me with one of your reactions, I'm just saying, but I just need one energy before I'm slain. Cause ain't no way I'ma let you stop me from taking prizes. When I promise something, I'll do it. I don't give a damn what you think. Evolving turn 1 and this deck is just sick. I'm doing this for my subscribers, I'll never quit. Buying cars, testing decks, weekly episode, that's it. Don't you know I'ma be what I set out to be? Without a doubt, undoubtedly. Almost 10k subscribers, how can that be? They all ask me, just make effort in your videos, working each day, bring good quality content. Okay, building a community for TCG players, I say we're getting there. Another cheap deck for the players that don't have the budget. The Eeveelutions will show you the way, and this episode I'm not afraid to play a deck that everybody never heard of. We'll check the strategies together, check the options, whatever deck cards, weakness will stop them. Just letting you know that every week you'll be seeing these episodes on your screen. What's up YouTube, it's Zapdos TCG here, and we made it to episode 78. And again, it's time for a new deck analysis. I haven't ran out of ideas just yet. Yeah, this time around we're gonna check out the small Pokemon named Eevee. I made a rap about it one day on my channel and it has 43,000 views as of now, which I didn't expect, to be honest, so Eevee has always been a popular Pokemon. Anyway, this time we'll focus on the Plasma evolutions, since those are quite powerful and we can get those stage 1s out pretty quick with Eevee's ability. So let's check out the little guy. This Eevee is from the Furious Fist set and its ability states Energy Evolution, and it's actually what it means when you attach a basic energy card from your hand to this Pokemon. You may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon that is the same type as the energy card and put that on this Pokemon. This counts as evolving the Pokemon, which means we can get to evolve Eevee straight away from the bat. Actually, we start the game, we attach an energy and we can evolve straight away. This also counts when you bench a Pokemon, like you bench an Eevee, you can evolve it straight away. So it's actually better than the regular rules that state you have to wait a turn to evolve. So it's an awesome ability. So what will Eevee evolve in this deck? Well, first of all, let's check out Team Plasma's Leafon. This is one of the Pokemon from the Plasma Free set, and it can easily deal with Seismitoad EXs. It deals 20 damage times the amount of energies attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon, which is nothing to laugh at. In combination with Muscle Band, it'll deal a lot of damage, and it might potentially knock out Seismitoad EX in one shot for just a single energy, which is just epic. Also, she's just running Frozen City because it states whenever any player attaches an energy from his or her hand to one of his or her Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So if your opponent attaches a lot of energies, they'll receive a lot of damage counters. This also works, this only works against non-Team Plasma Pokemon like Seismitoad decks, Pyro decks, Fighting decks. So if you're facing a Team Plasma deck like with Thundurus and Deoxys and Lugia, it won't work, but yeah, those are not common anymore. Actually, a lot of people play Virizion, Genesect, or Seismitoad or Fighting deck. So also, it gives us a chance to get rid of the Verbank City gens when we play Frozen City. So what Eeveelutions also have potential? Well, Vaporeon is another great choice. It deals 80 damage to Pokemon EXs with its Gold Breaker attack, and in combination with Muscle Band, you can one-shot Landorus EXs, which is epic. Besides that, Pyro is also one-shotted with that attack. You can also test out Colorless Machine to attack quicker if you run a more heavier line of Vaporeon, but then you'll need Plasma energies too. Another great thing to include in this Eevee deck is of course Mewtwo EX, because once you're in a Mewtwo war, it'll definitely help you out. Also, it can take care of Lucario EXs, which might cause some trouble. The good thing is that our Eevees don't always stay Eevee for long, because we have that fighting weakness, which is terrible, because due to his ability, we can evolve straight away, so we actually cover that weakness a bit there. Maybe running Mr. Mime could be a great tech to save your weaker Pokemon from being sniped. And also we can try out Flareon, also from the Plasma Free set, which deals 20 damage plus 10 more for each Pokemon in your discard pile. In combination with Juniper and some knocked out Pokemon, this can be your trump card at the end of the game. Also it can deal very well with Genesect Virizion decks out here. Again, Colorless Machine might do the trick here for you, or you can just run DCEs. Also, if you want some more firepower, you can try Diance EX instead of Mewtwo EX. If you have a couple of those out on your bench, your Eeveelutions will deal even more damage. Lastly, there's Espeon, which is also a great card. It deals 40 damage for a single Psychic Energy, and with Shadow Ball, it can deal that damage to the bench as well. A good thing about that attack is that it also applies weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon, so Mewtwo EXs on the bench are never safe anymore, as well as Trubbish and Garbodors, which most times will be one-shotted with that Shadow Ball attack. Another great thing about Espeon is that it provides yourself from being end because of his first attack, being able to draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. And another great thing to consider is running Dusknoir to move around damage counters on your opponent's side of the field. But if you run that, don't run that many EXs because that'll force your opponent to take like 6 prize cards, which is epic. They have to pick every prize card for a single knockout. So if you run Dusknoir, it's better to run not many EXs, actually play 0 EXs when you play Dusknoir. Also, Dusknoir can manipulate certain knockouts with the help of your quick attacking Eeveelutions. So let's give a quick summary for you guys that are not with me. You run 4 Eevees, of course, then the rest is basically up to you. It all depends what's being played at your tournament. I definitely suggest running a bit of everything: 1 Vaporeon, 1 Leafon, 2 Espeon, and 1 Flareon. I know I just said 5 evolved Eeveelutions in your deck, but if you count correctly, that's true. But it's just in case that some are priced. Just imagine yourself that most of your Eeveelutions are priced. That will be terrible. Also, this is completely personal, and the energies in your deck are your own choice. It's actually really great to you have to change your deck to see if you're going to another tournament that they play a lot of Virizion, Genesect, and play more Flareon. It's just like that. It's easy to manage and to change your deck. Also, the energies, since you'll need the correct energies to evolve, you might want to run the correct energies. Also, Leafon and Flareon do attack for colorless energy, so we don't have to run that many type of energies. But I do think you have to run like 2 or 3 for every type of evolution you run, because you want to evolve straight from the bat. I think Espeon is the way to go for fast sniping capabilities. I also suggest running not many EXs, as I said in this deck. If you do run EXs, or if you do run EXs, Diance EX is the way to go. I also just love Dusknoir in this deck because it will help you to get some knockouts in certain situations. Professor's Ladder is also a must. It can help you search out the correct energies for the right situations. Also, 1 or 2 Pokemon fan clubs might do well in this deck because you want to get out your basics as fast as possible. Eevees and Duskulls. Maybe, you can get out some Diance EXs as well if you run that. So we want to get out those as fast as possible. So for the energies, as I said, definitely run 1, 2, or 3 energies for every type of evolution you run. Except if you run Leafon, then you only need like 2 grass energies or something. I don't know. It's all up to you. You can search it out and evolve when the time is right. Besides that, these E's can be decent if you play Mewtwo EX, and as I said, all the rest is basically personal. Sacred Edge is also something to consider to bring back your Eevees from the discard pile. Also, your Eeveelutions. Although Flareon gets a power down if you play that. Again, the choice is up to you. And if you run Dusknoir, run 2 rare candies, or maybe 3 might be decent. But I suggest running a 2-2-2 line of Dusknoir, because Seismitoad is annoying everyone, and that way we won't be able to use rare candy once we're in an item block. Then again, draw supporters. I do suggest playing 3 Carlos in this deck, since you do have a lot of bench Pokemon in your deck. And also 4 ends to get yourself, to end your opponent, since you only need 1 energy to get yourself some more damage on the board. And if your opponent is end, you can actually scoop the game, actually win the game with that. Juniper can be lowered to 3 copies in this deck because you don't want to get rid of a lot of stuff early on. Also, Team Plasma Ball can be decent if you don't get the correct energies, or if you don't want to run the correct energies to evolve slowly. Then Team Plasma Ball can get out your Eeveelutions, and then Energy Retrieval will be a must to bring back your correct energies. Besides that, a heavy Muscle Band line and some Hypnotoxic Laser are always welcome in a deck like this to even deal more damage. And of course, you have to run some switches to get yourself out of the active position when needed. Also, 2 or 3 Ultra Balls will do the trick to get out Dusclops, Dusknoir, and maybe some Eevees if you play that. And that's it actually. It's quite a new rogue deck, but I've been thinking about it ever since I saw the Eevee card in the Furious Fist set, because there was in 2010 a World Championship deck that ran just like this one using Eeveelutions. And now it's time actually for Poké-News. Before that, just let me know in the comment section what you think about this new Eeveelution deck. So, Poké-News. First of all, we have Phantom Forces, the set comes out on November 5th, has revealed the team decks. We see a Galvantula team deck, which will be called Bolt Twister, and it states, Lightning and Water Pokemon make a dangerous combination for your opponents. Galvantula can spin and Bright Electro Web, while Heliosilt powers up its Parabolic Spark. At the same time, Kingler can drop the big Crab Hammer, and Feraligatr Hyper Whirlpool is ready to pull your foes down. To maximize your odds, Frillish and Jellicent confuse and befuddle opposing Pokemon, sometimes to path to victory. Takes a few twists and turns, and sometimes you can bolt to the top. So quite a brief description of that deck. Next is the Talonflame deck, which will be called Burning Winds. This one states, carry a fiery storm under your wings with the Burning Winds team deck. Let Talonflame light up the sky with Jet Shoot, while Venomoth stirs up a dizzying wind actually, to keep a foe guessing, and with Yanmega's Windfall to refill your hand, you can fly the unfriendly skies with ease. Add in Pyro's Flare Command and Loudred's Energy Press to turn your opponent's resources in your favor. And total actually, the last sentence is, and total air superiority killed be yours. So wow, a lot of difficult words here, but yeah, that's the description of the Talonflame Burning Winds deck. So also the booster packs look really epic. I can't wait to open all those in a booster box on my channel, so stay tuned for that. It will be open on November 5th on the release date. Also, we see some English scans of our upcoming Gengar EX and Mega-Gengar EX. I already reviewed those in the previous episode, so you should definitely check those out if you haven't already. Yeah, they're pretty neat. Also, I'll be reviewing the entire set once more as soon as all the English card scans are available. Next up on my list is the distribution for Halloween. As I mentioned in the previous episode, we'll be able to get shiny Mega-Gengar on the X and Y versions. Not only that, it's available in Japan as well, but and the Poké Centers, but we will get it at GameStop from the 13th till the 22nd of October. You'll be able to retrieve it with the Mega Stone. So shiny Mega-Gengar looks epic. Next up is another distribution. It's for Diance from the 27th of October till the 16th of November. And once you receive Diance and you send it to your Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire copy, you can obtain its Mega Evolution Stone. So that's epic. We finish off with Poké-News by saying that the Hoenn Collection box will feature Primal Groudon EX. It's a giant promo card and it will have 240 HP. Under its HP it states Primal Reversion. So it's just like Mega Evolutions, I believe, but with a different mechanic or something. It also has an ability or a new type of mechanic named Omega Barrier, which states, whenever your opponent plays a trainer card, excluding Pokemon Tool cards and Stadium cards, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. So it's already immune to Hypnotoxic lasers. So what else can we expect for these epic looking Primal Pokemon? Stay tuned! And that's it for another episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click that like button because you know I always appreciate that and it helps me to level up my Zapdos. And you can click here to subscribe to stay updated for all the latest Pokemon videos on my channel. Anyway, thanks again for watching another episode, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Hi! If you haven't checked out the previous episode, definitely take a look. It's about Dragonite EX and its own deck. Also, if you're interested to check out the top 10 expensive Pokemon cards, you can do that by clicking here. And finally, I have a TCG online battle. I do those a lot, and the latest one, I will test out Lucario and Landorus, so take a look. I'm out. Peace.